We're live back here at Veterans Park for another day of baseball. As today we start the bracket play of AA traditional division. As we'll have, it's going to be the number 1 versus the number 3 seed. And then in the nightcap, it'll be the number 2 versus the number 4 seed. And in the first, Okeechobee went unbeaten in the pool play, so they get the number 1 seed. Bartow will be your number 3 seed. So Bartow will be the visitor. Okeechobee will be the home team today. If you remember yesterday, Bartow had a 8-3 lead over Okeechobee in that 6th inning, and Okeechobee came storming back and for a 9-8 win. So don't just come in here saying Okeechobee's unbeaten and they can't be beat, because Bartow had them on the ropes. It could have went the other way. Okeechobee, Spring Hill American is your number 2 seed. Okeechobee had to come back to beat them too. So they are unbeaten, but not flawless by any means. But they are a well-coached team. They fill their positions very well. And the thing that sets Okeechobee apart is their bats stay hot. They hit the ball very well. Bartow is probably the best defensive team here. They hit the ball good, but not as good as Okeechobee. They are far and away the best hitting team. The run production has showed it. We'll go over the lineup real quick. Number 11, this is Bartow's. Number 11, Porter Yates. He'll be playing first base. Bryce Wimberly batting second. He'll be playing second base. Marcus Johnson batting third. He'll be playing shortstop. Ryder Music playing cleanup. He'll be batting cleanup. He'll be playing third base. Griffin Kilpatrick playing right center, batting fifth. Tucker Mount batting sixth. He'll be playing pitcher. Eli Hillary batting seventh, playing the left center position. Will Whitmer playing right field. He's batting eighth. Tyler Ammerman playing left field, batting ninth. Grayson Kilpatrick playing catcher. He's batting 10th. Max Schaublum, he's your extra hitter, batting 11th. Easton Oxford, he's batting 12th. And he's your extra hitter. Quickly, coaches for Bartow. Manager Scott Schaublum. Assistant Jeremy Mount. Assistant Rodney Wimberly. And assistant is Chris Whitmer. Real quick for Okeechobee. Levi Larson's the pitcher. E.J. McQueen playing left center. Ruben Guerrero, shortstop. Jacoa Spencer, first base. Walt Fortner, right field. And we'll get back to it in a minute as Porter Yates stands in there. He's going to look at the first pitch. And if you've been with us since Saturday morning, you should know by now the rules of this. And Porter Yates takes a big swing and a miss at the second pitch. That you get 5 pitches or 3 strikes. 5 pitches or 3 strikes, whichever one comes first. And we do have the number on the screen. And Porter Yates hits that one up in the air. And it is fair. It is fair ball. Catcher touched it in fair play. So Porter Yates will be standing on first. The number, your shout-out number, should be on your screen, but in case it's not, 850-643-6237. That's 850-643-6237. And that's Bryce Worm. He bunts down the first base line, and he's going to be out. But he does what he intended to do. He moves Porter Yates over to second. So that'll be 1 out at the top of the first. As Porter Yates is standing on second. And Bryce Wimberly with a sack bunt there. So it brings up Marcus Johnson, the 3-hole hitter for Bartow, wearing the gray jerseys. Orange and blue mixed in there. Orange numbers on the gray jersey. He shows bunt, but he's going to pull it back. Yates is dancing around there on second. He's threatening to run, but he retreats back to the bag. Johnson digs in his feet now. He swings and a big misses. He was trying to send that one. Okeechobee's outfielders are rather shallow today. They're standing right on the edge of the grass. So now we got ball and a strike. And Johnson sends that one out there between the shortstop and the left center fielder, and he's going to throw in. As Yates was trying to get to third, they gun him down at third base, and Yates will be out. So a well-struck ball by Marcus Johnson, but Yates was gunned down at third, so all that to no avail. So that'd be 2 outs now. But a runner on first now for Bartow, and that is Ryder Music. That's the cleanup hitter for Bartow. He's showed bunt, but he quickly pulled it back. See if Ryder Music can get something going here for Bartow. 2 outs now in the top of the first, and it's a swinging bunt, and the catcher gets it. Oh, they call foul ball. Foul ball. They're going to make him come back. It must have hit the bat as he dropped it. So we'll come back and we'll do it all over again as Music collects his bat. He's going to swing at this one. Big swing and a miss. That's now 2 strikes on Ryder Music. Again, he's got Marcus Johnson over there on first, and Ryder Music digs his feet in. And he elects just to look at that pitch. Quick shout out from the 863 area. Let's go, Bartow. Bryce, we are still cheering for you and your team from Wisconsin. Love Aunt BB and Autumn. You know, keep those shout outs coming in. And Music hits a hard ground ball down third base line, but it's going to be foul. So we'll have to come back and do it all over again as Marcus Johnson is going to jog back over to first, and Ryder Music will go back home, grab his bat. He's digging his feet into the batter's box. It's going to be a high fly ball, and the third baseman does make the catch, and looks like Jordan with that catch. So we'll trade sides. Nothing doing for Bartow in the top of the first. This bracket play game. 1 seed versus 3 seed, and we'll take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the AA State Tournament on JockJive.com.
Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires. So be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other. Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
Welcome back to Bristol, Florida, Veterans Park. We're live here bringing you the AA State Tournament live here on jockjive.com. And we'll quickly bring you the Okeechobee batting order. Levi Larson batting first. He's the pitcher. E.J. McQueen batting second, left center fielder. Ruben Guerrero, the shortstop, batting third. Jacoa Spencer, he's the first baseman, batting cleanup. Walt Fortner, he's batting fifth. He's your right fielder. Tyler Kodum, he's batting sixth, and he's your center fielder. David Busman, he's batting seventh. He's your third baseman. Matthew Beville, he's the catcher, and he's batting eighth. Cody Clinton, he's the second baseman, batting ninth. John Richards, batting 10th. He's the left fielder. Isaac Lanes, batting 11th. Deuce Stokes, batting 12th. And now Levi Larson steps in there, and he's going to look at the first pitch. As they like to do. They like to see where that machine's going to throw it. He's ready for the second one, and he hits it to the third baseman. It goes under his glove, and Levi Larson's going to be aboard with a single. And the ball sailed over everyone, and they'll get it back into the pitcher. And that'll bring up E.J. McQueen. He's got Larson over there on first. E.J. McQueen digs his feet in here as Okeechobee's got the white jerseys on today with white numbers. White on white, if you will. If we're close enough that it doesn't, it's not that hard to see. If we were at a football press box, so to speak, they'd be more difficult. And I have called a few games that numbers have been hard to see, but it's not that hard. And McQueen hits a deep fly ball, but the left fielder's right there and makes a nice catch. The left fielder retires E.J. McQueen for the first out of the inning. We're here in the bottom of the first. We still got Levi Larson over there on first, and now to bring up Ruben Guerrero, who has had a very nice tournament in the pool play portion. And he's going to look at the first one. And as Bartow likes to do, you're seeing them 4 or 5 times now, that's Grayson Kilpatrick. He likes to throw down to second, not giving the runners a chance to go nowhere. Marcus Johnson's got a gun on his arm, and it gets past Kilpatrick. And that's Larson that's going to easily take second. And they're going to send him back. I didn't think it hit the bat, but maybe it did. So Larson's go back to first, and Guerrero digs in, and that's a hard ball to third, and he's going to gather it. And they said yes, they did get the lead runner. So after the third baseman, that is Ryder Music over there, after he bobbled the ball, he does a very nice job of gathering it and firing it over there to Bryce Wimberly. So they still got Levi Larson over there on first, but they retire E.J. McQueen and Ruben Guerrero, two very dangerous hitters. So that'll bring up Jacoa Spencer, the cleanup hitter for Okeechobee. We'll see what he can do here. And he has looked at the first 2 pitches. Again. And we got time for Grayson Kilpatrick. While we got a minute, Grayson Kilpatrick and Griffin Kilpatrick, their grandparents, said that they're still listening and they want to wish them well. Got a message on Facebook. So, boys, y'all play hard. They're listening. And Grayson's ready, and Spencer offered at that one. Big swing and a miss. So now he's got 3 pitches, but only 1 strike. So Spencer digs in here. He's in the front of the box, and he elects just to look at that one. That's 4 pitches now on my count. So he's going to have to swing here, no matter where it's at. He does, and that's it. That's all he got was them 2 swings because he elected to look at them. So that's going to be the end of the inning, where we have a scoreless first inning. And we'll take a break. You're listening to the AA State Tournament. This is the bracket portion on jockjive.com.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players in scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
I want to welcome you back to Bristol, Florida. We're in the top of the second inning here as we find a scoreless game here in the top of the second inning. Okeechobee and Bartow playing some good defense here. And we'll have Griffin Kilpatrick. Griffin Kilpatrick now at the plate. He looks at the first pitch and then he swings at the second pitch. So he'll have 2 pitches and 1 strike. 2 pitches and 1 strike for Griffin Kilpatrick. And he hits the next pitch. It goes down to the third baseman. He's going to gather it. And he's safe. Safe for Griffin Kilpatrick. So Bartow will have a runner aboard with Tucker Mount. He's playing the pitching position. Not really doing any pitching. He's just fielding that position. But you got to have a good fielder for the pitcher position because a lot of balls come hit straight back up the middle there. You got to be able to run around that machine. But it's real tricky right there. So Tucker Mount digs in and he's showing bunt and he offered at it, but it was to no avail. So we got Tucker Mount at the plate. And we got Kilpatrick over on first. And Tucker Mount swing on a big miss. Again, Kilpatrick on first. Tucker Mount hitting. He's got 2 strikes on him. Runner on first. Nobody out. Tucker Mount digs back in. Here comes the pitch. And he elects just to look at it. That looked like a strategic move there. One of the coaches is his daddy, I would assume. Here comes the pitch, and he swings, and a big miss. That's going to go down as a strikeout in the scorebook. So 1 out now in the top of the second. And now it brings up Eli Hillary. Eli Hillary, you can probably hear on our crowd mic. They're shouting Eli. So Eli elects to look at the first pitch. You got Kilpatrick over there on first base. 1 out now. Eli hits it between the third and the shortstop. Third baseman balls it, and he cannot. He just couldn't find the handle as he tried 2 or 3 times to pick the ball up, and it just wasn't doing. So we'll have runners on first and second now for Bartow. 1 out. Kilpatrick moved to second. Hillary will be on first. And this will bring up Will Whitmer. He's offering bunt, and he quickly pulls it back. Busbin was playing way up that time. He was almost at the batter's box. And Will Whitmer, big swing and a miss. He now has 2 pitches and 1 strike. Whitmer looks down at third and sees what the coach wants him to do. And he shows bunt, and he does bunt it back to the pitcher. Pitcher throws over to first, and they get him. So now that'll be 2 outs. And runners on second and third. So that'll bring up Tyler Ammerman. Runners on second and third. As he elects to look at the first one. Tyler Ammerman playing left field today for Bartow. Scoring opportunity here for Bartow with runners on second and third. 2 outs. So, and he fouls it straight back. We don't have the tents aligned on the fields today like we have been, as it's a very overcast, cloudy day. It's not near as sunny. Don't really need the tents. And he hits it back to center. It's going to be the second baseman, actually, that gathers that one up. Fly ball. So Bartow gets runners on second and third, but can't get them in. So we'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless. You're listening to the AA State Tournament on JockJive.com.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447.
Welcome back to the state tournament here in Bristol, Florida. Want to remind you, be sure to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at Jock Jive. And on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. We give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook, a great way to keep up with Jock Jive Sports. If you want a download of any game in this week's tournament, maybe you missed one. Maybe you missed that thriller of Bartow and Okeechobee yesterday, where Okeechobee came back and won. Well, they are only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com. Info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want. We'll send an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or credit card, and the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake you'll want to have for a lifetime. Maybe it's one of these games that have yet to be played. Maybe it's the game that we're seeing right now. So keep that in mind. As now we're in the bottom of the second inning. We're still scoreless. And it's going to bring up Walt Fortner. He is the right fielder. And He elects to look at the first pitch. He's ready for the second pitch, and a big swing and a miss. I'm sure that the coaches had a talk with the team after Spencer only got 2 swings in that third out of the first inning. And Fortner elects to take a big hack there. That's another swing and a miss. So you got 2 cuts and 3 pitches. So you have at least 2 more pitches. And here's the offering, and it looks like it's throwing a little high and outside. The coaches can elect to call the umpire in, but he doesn't choose to do so here. So this will be the final pitch. And Fortner hits it down third base line, and it'll be foul. Here comes Walt Fortner. Have to jog back to the plate again. He has to keep swinging. Fortner is beyond his 5-pitch limit, so he'll have to keep swinging the bat no matter where it is, and it appeared to be high, but he was able to battle it off. Good job by Walt Fortner just to keep battling there. You got to make some kind of contact to stay up there. There are no walks, and he does that right there. It's a long fly ball, and it's going to be foul. The left fielder was giving chase over there, and he couldn't quite get there. Good job by Walt Fortner. Again, just battling. And he'll come back and collect his bat again. Remember, he's past his 5 pitches, so he has to some sort of contact here. And he does that again. Marcus Johnson's got it. And with his cannon, he slung it over there, but the first baseman could not hang on. So Walt Fortner will be safe. And again, I'd like to remind everyone that my unofficial scorekeeping, we don't award errors. So we'll just give him an infield hit. So that'll bring up Kyler Codum for Okeechobee with a runner on first. Looks like Kilpatrick's having some equipment issues, so we'll get them straightened out. And while Fortner's on first after the drop ball by Porter Yates, I want to remind everyone you can text your shout-outs to 850-643-6237. And that's Kyler Codum. Hits one out to right field. Hits the glove, and it had hit his glove, and then it bounced out. So Fortner had no choice but to run back to first. And then the ball fell out. So Fortner was just caught in no man's land. The right fielder just grabbed the ball and threw it to second and had Fortner out at second. So Fortner just really unlucky there, as that was just really nothing Fortner could do, as he done what he was supposed to do, go halfway, and then it looked like he caught it. So he went back, and then he dropped it, so they just threw him out at second. So, again, nothing Fortner could do. So you'll have Busman up at the plate now, and Codum be on first. So we have one out. Just that to your screen there. If you're following along on your phone, we try to keep the score up to date. The score will always be accurate. We try to do the outs and the base runners for you. So, again, you see that phone number on your screen. You can text your shout-outs. Have something positive to say. You got a couple shout-outs. Let's go, Bryce. Love Shelby, Brittany, and Cadence. Another one. Let's go, Bryce. Love Brittany, Shelby, and Cadence. Again, those are the 863 area, so I guess they got multiple numbers down there. But he's feeling the love. This is David Busman. David Busman that's standing in there with Kyler Codum on first. And as for Bryce's fan club, he's standing over there at second. His team's in the field right now. They got one out, though. Runner on first. Busman's at the plate. And Busman, big offering there. And as I was looking at the shutouts, I apparently missed some swings. So Busman went down on strikes. So that's go down as a strikeout, and they got 2 outs now. 2 outs. Runner on first. And that'll bring up Matthew Beville for Okeechobee, and Kilpatrick throws down to second after that is Kyler Codum had just taken a couple of steps. So Matthew Beville, again, want to remind that Grayson and Griffin, grandparents are listening. So want to remind them boys to play well. And Beville just decides to look at another one. So he's looked at 2 and swung. And Kilpatrick has been having some issues with his equipment. We'll have to pause the game for another second. And he's ready to go. Beville digs back in. And here comes the pitch. And he hits it second base, and Bryce Wimberly with a leaping grab to end the inning. So nothing doing for Okeechobee as Bryce ends it. And Bryce, your fan club, will be happy to hear that one. And we'll go to the top of the third, a scoreless game. You're listening to the AA State Tournament on JockJive.com.
David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
Welcome back. We still got a scoreless game here as we're in the top of the third inning now. Bartow will send Grayson Kilpatrick, the catcher for Bartow. Again, they're got the orange and blue uniforms. I had a few people ask me if they were from Gainesville with these orange and blue uniforms. Not quite sure. If someone, maybe Bryce's fan club, y'all want to text me exactly where Bartow is. But I've been to Alachua County. I don't think Bartow. I think Bartow's a little bit lower than that. I know Okeechobee is a lot lower than that. So, anyway, back to the game. Grayson Kilpatrick is standing in there now. And he fouled that one straight back to the fence. We're in the top of the third inning now. We're still scoreless, so it's anybody's game. And he hits a high fly ball to left field, and left fielder camped under it. for the first out of the inning. So that was a deep hit ball by Grayson Kilpatrick. So that'll bring up Max Schaublum. Max Schaublum was how I was told to pronounce that. And he looks at the first one. And here's Max. He hits it straight back to us back here. Means that his timing is right there. The timing is right. Just got to put the bat right there on it, and it'll go the other way. There's a big hole in center field, and he hits it a little dribbler to the second baseman, and the second baseman's going to flip it to the first baseman. And nice, easy play for Okeechobee. 2 outs real quickly here for Okeechobee. As Bartow's batting, and that'll bring up Easton Oxford. If you've been listening, we said he wears the orange and black striped helmet. Looks like he's playing for the Cincinnati Bengals out here. As we have mentioned before, though, if they get a line drive straight back up the middle over this pitching machine, that ball could roll to the fence because there is just a huge gap, and that was going to be a hard ground ball to the second baseman. And they do get him. So Bartow goes quietly in the top of the third inning. And 3 up, 3 down. We'll take another break. You're listening to the AA State Tournament on JockJive.com.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
Welcome back to Bristol, Florida. We're here at Veterans Park here in Liberty County, Florida. And we're here in the bottom of the third inning as we're still scoreless. Very rare. Most of our games, when we've gotten to the third inning, we have been discussing the mercy rule. Not the case today in bracket play. Scoreless, fine defensive plays. And for Okeechobee, they're going to send their 9, 10, and 11 hitters to the plate. And we'll get some quick shout-outs. These are all from the 863 area code. Way to go, Bryce. Keep it up. You're doing great, tough guy. Awesome play, Bryce. We are so proud of you. Come on, Bartow. 3 up, 3 down. And so they'll send Okeechobee, right? Bartow's in the field, as it is the bottom of the third. And they'll send Okeechobee, that is, will send Cody Clinton. Cody Clinton, that is, to the plate. Cody Clinton has looked at few here, and he looks at another one as the umpire are going to readjust it here. I'm going to have to readjust my score card. So now the umpires and coach are in the middle with the pitch machine as they are readjusting. As it, that was Cody Clinton that it threw. He looked at 3 of them. So after they readjusted, I think my understanding from it was the state and national director I have up here, is you get to take one of those pitches away. So I believe he'll still have 3 pitches left. 3 pitches left. So when Clinton gets in there, they're still playing with it. And Cody Clinton finally steps in there. We'll get to a quick shout out here. Great job, Rider Music. 00. Daddy loves you from Bartow, Florida. From the 352 area. And Cody Clinton, he stands in there, and he hits it straight back. It's going to be a foul ball out of play. So that's going to be 1 strike on Cody Clinton. They got that machine adjusted now. He likes where it's putting it now. He digs his feet back in there. He's ready. It fires it again, and he hits it right back to the second baseman. That's Bryce Wimberly. Fires over to first, and yes, he did get him. That's 1 out now. Bryce's fan club will be real proud of that one. So, Bryce Wimberly retired Cody Clinton, and he jogs back over to the dugout. That'll bring up John Richards. John Richards is left fielder for today. He's going to look at the first one, as they often do. That's 1 pitch for John Richards. He's showing bunt, and he does. Bunts it right back to the pitcher. The pitcher fires to first, and they get him. So 2 quick outs now for as Bartow's in the field, and as Okeechobee is batting. Home plate umpire, Boo Bryant. Field umpire for today's game is Jim Davidson. This is the first game that they have worked together. We have seen Jim Davidson working with legendary umpire Joe Ferlito, but he's on the other field with longtime umpire Jim Faircloth. So got the 2 legendary umpires working together. Jim Davidson has been, I think he's been umpiring for about 20 years now. And a sharply hit ball, but it's right to the shortstop. Marcus Johnson catches it in the air. 3 up, 3 down. Very defensive game here. And we'll head to the 4th inning. Still scoreless. You're listening to the AA State Tournament on JockJive.com.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the scholarship fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Welcome back to Bristol, Florida here. We're bringing you live action, the AA State Tournament. And, Now, we're in the top of the fourth inning as Bartow and Okeechobee have kept each other scoreless. I don't think Okeechobee has had a runner in scoring position. Bartow did have the one inning where they had runners on second and third, and they couldn't do anything with it. But now you'll have Porter Yates back up. So top of the lineup is back up for Bartow. And you'll remember Porter Yates got thrown out at third after the I believe it was the Marcus Johnson base hit. And Porter Yates hits it right back to the pitcher, and he gets thrown out at first. So that'll be the one out. Both of these teams this is probably one of the best defensive games I've seen all tournament. So top of the fourth inning now, still scoreless. And now to bring up Bryce Wimberly. Nobody on base, one out. Nobody on, one out. Bryce Wimberly. And he pops it straight up. Third baseman camps up under it, and he's out. So Bryce Wimberly pops it up to the third baseman. Quick shout out here. Actually, we've got a few now. So nice play, Bryce. Awesome, Tucker. Let's go, Bartow. Play your hearts out. Keep up the good teamwork. Bryce, you got this, little man. Keep on making all those plays. Y'all are doing good so far. Let's go, Bartow. We need some points on the board. And that's Marcus Johnson with a ground ball. It gets past the left fielder. He's rounding first. He's rounding second. He's going to go to third. Oh, he holds up. He goes back to second. But it got past the left fielder. The left center fielder was doing his job and backing him up. So, well, they finally got someone in scoring position. As this brings up Ryder Music now. After the first two had went quietly. Ryder Music. Marcus Johnson playing with a catcher. Wanting him to throw it. Yeah. Big hole in right field over there. If he got it down the right field line, he'd be running wide. And he hits down third baseline. He gets past the third baseman. He's going to wave Johnson around. And Johnson's going to score easily for the first run of the game. And Ryder Music's aboard second. That's going to be an RBI double. So Bartow's going to take the first lead of the game here, 1-0. Kind of like they did yesterday. But we'll see if they can keep it going. Again, 2 outs here. Runner on second. And now you got Griffin Kilpatrick up at the plate. He's showing bunt, but he quickly pulls it back. And you got Ryder Music over there on second. Again, that ball hit by Music. It get past the third baseman and squirted out in left field. Here's Kilpatrick, and he fouls it straight back. Again, Bartow leading 1-0 over Okeechobee. And let me tell you, Bartow knows that no lead is safe against Okeechobee. They were leading 8-3 yesterday. And they saw Okeechobee come back. Great job, Marcus. Keep it up, Bartow, from 863 area code. And Kilpatrick offers at that one, and it's a swing and a miss. As Music's out there dancing on second. Another shout out. Way to go, Ryder and Marcus. Kilpatrick digs in here. He's ready for the pitch, and he'll just look at that one. Ryder Music acted like he wanted to go, but he quickly gets back to second. We have a Ryder Music on second. Griffin Kilpatrick, and something must be wrong because he's has both coaches come running down. I think looks like it's the patch on his sleeve. The patch on his sleeve seems to be the problem here. So that is what they're looking at. He says, "I'm ready. I'm ready to hit this ball." Again, it's the right field side over there. The right field and the outfield. And he hits it right back up the middle to the short. That's Ruben Guerrero. He fires over to first, and umpire says, yes, he got him. But not before Bartow's able to get one across the board. So we'll go to the bottom of the fourth as Okeechobee will first have their 12 1-2 hitters coming up. As we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, you're listening to the AA State Tournament on jockjive.com.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
Welcome back. As we get set for the bottom of the fourth inning here, where Bartow with a 1-0 lead. We have Deuce Stokes up to bat for Okeechobee. Deuce Stokes stands in there, and he's going to look at it. Another shout out. Good play, Bryce. Proud of you. Keep up the good work, Tadpole. Love, Miss Kim. And Deuce Stokes hits it back to the pitcher. Pitcher gets it, fires over to first, and we'll have one out quickly here. As Deuce Stokes goes quietly. Here comes the batter now is Levi Larson. Levi Larson hits it high, fly ball, and can he get over there? And he can't. It was a fly ball right next to the fence, and it's a tough play for anybody to make. That was the third baseman, Ryder Music, giving it a chance, but it'll just go down as a foul ball, nothing more than a strike. That's Larson looking at another one, so that's 2 pitches and a strike now for him. So 1 out now. And Larson hits a fly ball right to the shortstop, Marcus Johnson. And that's 2 away now, quickly for Bartow's in the field. Okeechobee batting. That'll bring up E.J. McQueen, the left center fielder. Left center fielder for E.J. McQueen. Remember, Bartow had a 8-3 lead yesterday on Okeechobee, and Okeechobee came rolling back. That's a foul ball out of play. So Bartow knows that one run will not do it. They're going to need more than one. And E.J. McQueen has a fly ball. That's Bryce Wimberly. Camps under it. And that's going to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down again. As Bartow brought the gloves today. And we'll go to the top of the 5th. Bartow leading 1-0. See if they can get some insurance runs here. Listening to the AA state tournament on jockjive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players in scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
Florida Dixie Youth All-Stars, Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty.
Welcome back to Bristol, Florida. We're here at Veterans Park bringing you the bracket play, traditional division, live on jockjive.com. This is the bracket play. We're doing double elimination. And I want to remind everyone that the winner of this game will play the winner of our next game tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. The loser of this game is not done. They'll play the loser of the next game tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So, however, it's tough to fight your way out of the loser's bracket. You would have to play 2 games tomorrow. So, that'll bring for Bartow, Tucker Mount is the batter. Tucker Mount is. They're trying to implore these Bartow boys to get some more runs because they know that one run is not going to do it. And they want to stay on the winner's side of this bracket. They want to stay on the winner's side, so Tucker Mount scoots up in the box. And he looks at another one. They're telling young Tucker Mount, you're gonna have to hit it. You can't sit there and look at it. He does just that. It goes, pitcher bobbles the ball, and it goes over the first baseman's head. And Tucker Mount's gonna head to second, and he's gonna be safely aboard second. It got past Ruben Guerrero out there, but they were there for the backup. So Tucker Mount will be on second. We said that Bartow's going to need some more runs, as we don't expect Okeechobee to be shut out here. So that's going to bring Eli Hillary up to bat. We got Tucker Mount on second. He's showing bunt, and he quickly pulls it back just at the last second. We got some shout-outs here. Baseball ready, boys. Good job, boys. Way to go. Let's go, Tucker. Hit that ball. Big hit, buddy. All of those coming from the 863 area. So Eli Hillary standing in there with Tucker Mount standing on second. No outs. And he hits a high fly ball. And the first baseman leaps and he jumps. And he's got. I think they're going to say he did not catch it. But the first baseman is injured as he jumped and he landed awkwardly. So we're going to take a break while they look at the first baseman and see if he's all right.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
Welcome back. That was Jacoa Spencer at first that made an attempt at a leaping grab. Could not hang on to it. He's going to be all right, though. He's going to stay in the game. We'll reset the game for you. Runners on second and third now. Nobody out for Bartow. So a huge scoring opportunity. And Will Whitmer showing bunt, and he pulls it back. It's Tucker Mount on third, and Eli Hillary on second now. Has big opportunity for Bartow to add some insurance runs here. They're going to need more than one, as they found out yesterday. And there's Will Whitmer with a high fly ball. Third baseman camps under it, and he'll come away with the out. So they'll retire Will Whitmer. One out now here in the top of the fifth inning. We got Tyler Ammerman. Tyler Ammerman now steps into the batter's box for Bartow. He's going to try to get these guys home. And he shows bunt, and he did. He did go. That was Tucker Mount bouncing off third. Third baseman had come in to cover the bunt, so there was nobody covering the bag. So all the catcher could do was really run him back to the bag. Ammerman ready. He hits it to the shortstop. Ruben Guerrero's going to throw home. It's going to be over the catcher's head, and Tucker Mount's going to score. That'll move up Eli Hillary to third, and Ammerman's just going to run around to second. So we're going to have Mount scoring, and Hillary will move up to third, and that's going to bring up Grayson Kilpatrick. Grayson Kilpatrick, he's showing bunt, and he pulls it back at the last minute. Again, runners on second and third still, but Bartow now leading 2-0. 2-0. One out. One out. Runners on second and third. Bartow trying to have a big inning here. Hit down third base line. Fair ball. Fair ball. It's a fair ball. And one run comes in. That's Eli Hillary. Runner on second moves up, and Kilpatrick goes to second. So still, runners on second and third. Bartow is leading 3-0 now. 3-0. They're trying to have a big inning here. That was Okeechobee manager Scott Schaublum arguing the fair ball call to no avail. You can hear on our crowd mic they're telling them just swing away. Just swing away. Just hit that ball. We want these runs in. One out now. One out. He hits it back up. It goes to Ruben Guerrero, the shortstop. And they said he did get him. They said the tag was there. So that's Tyler Ammerman thrown out at the plate. So that'll go down as a second out of the inning. But you'll still have runners on second and third. And now you have the Bartow coach arguing the call, appealing to field umpire. He's saying the ball came out. That'll bring up Easton Oxford now. So both coaches making their cases and both coaches losing their cases. Easton Oxford now. Still got runners on second and third. Now we got 2 outs. As Max Schaublum is on second. We have what a collision. As Grayson Kilpatrick was headed toward home, and then he ran into the third baseman, ran into him. So, got Kilpatrick on third and Schaublum on second. Easton Oxford at the plate. Got 2 outs now. Bartow leading 3-0 in the top of the 5th inning here. And he hits it back to the shortstop. Ruben Guerrero's going to fire over to first. And they say he did get him. So that'll end the threat here in the top of the 5th inning. But Bartow does scratch across 2 more. And they lead it 3-0. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, you're listening to the AA State Tournament on jockjive.com.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player, team, and umpire specials available.
Welcome back to Bristol, Florida. A couple of shout-outs here. Let's go, Eli. Let's go, Bartow. Bring the big win home, boys. We got a confirmation. Bartow is in Central Florida. It's in Polk County. So we have gotten that confirmation there. We appreciate that from the 352 area. Another one saying, and bring them home, Tyler. Again, keep those shout-outs coming. We saw Bartow increase their lead 3-0. We do not expect Okeechobee to be shut out of this game. So, another shout-out. Keep up the good work, boys. 3 up, 3 down. And I can say, what a surprise at the defensive gems we have seen here. You don't usually see such a defensive battle at the AA level. You usually see more high-scoring games. As I had a son that played AA machine pitch this year, and most of the scores were in the, it was more like a 15-10 game. But first up for Okeechobee will be Ruben Guerrero, followed by Jacoa Spencer and Walt Fortner. So we'll see if Ruben Guerrero, coach's son, can get something going here. Ruben Guerrero is 0 for 1 as he got out his last at bat. We'll see if he can get something. And he high fly ball, but it'll be out of play. As you can see his dad over there on third. Coaches for Okeechobee, Ruben Guerrero, James Beville, Bobby Codum, Cody Clinton. So you can see his dad was not happy with that. He wants him to get on top of that ball. And a soft dribbler. Oh, it got past the first baseman. The first baseman did not go after the ball. He went to cover the bag, and that was his ball all day long. So Ruben Guerrero will be aboard first. And Okeechobee has something doing here. And Ruben Guerrero bounces off the bag, and they throw down a second. So that brings up Jacoa Spencer for Okeechobee with Ruben Guerrero on first. Again, we have no one out. High fly ball to the third baseman. And he throws back to first. Guerrero got back, though. That's rider music on third. Caught the fly ball. He was trying to get Guerrero, not getting back in time, but he did. Guerrero did get back. But now it's Walt Fortner. He's showing bunt, but he pulls it back. Again, need to stress here. 3-0. 3-run lead is, we've seen Okeechobee get 3 runs in a hurry. And third baseman gets it. And then they tried to get Guerrero at second, but Guerrero's speed was too much. So Guerrero was safe at second. They got Fortner aboard first. So two runners on now for Okeechobee. Got one out. As that'll bring up Tyler Codum to the plate, number 99. He digs in. He'll look at that first pitch. And Grayson Kilpatrick will try to keep Guerrero at second. They got Guerrero at second and Walt Fortner at first. We'll try to see if they come out of this unscathed. And he hits it. It's going to stay fair. And it was kind of like a swinging bunt, as there wasn't much rider music to do with that. It was definitely like he was swinging away, but it wasn't much more than a bunt. So the runners will all move up. We'll have the bases loaded for Okeechobee. And this brings up David Busman as he looks Guerrero back. Kilpatrick and Guerrero have been playing the cat and mouse game. And we have been expecting the big inning out of Okeechobee, but they have yet to scratch anything across. So here's Busman, and he fouls it straight back. So Busman's got 1 strike. He's got 2 pitches. Bases are loaded for Okeechobee. Bases are loaded. We'll see if they can get anything across. We'll see what Busman elects to do here with the bases loaded. And here comes the pitch. He hits it to the shortstop. He fires home. And he gets him. He gets Guerrero on the force. So that's Marcus Johnson who gunned down. And all the catcher, Grayson Kilpatrick, had to do was catch it with his foot on the plate. So they keep Okeechobee scoreless. Again, the bases are still loaded, though. Bases are still loaded. And that'll bring up Matthew Beville. Matthew Beville with the bases loaded. And he looks at the first one. He's going to run That's Walt Fortin now over there on third base. Kilpatrick's done an excellent job behind the plate. Again, that middle infield, Bryce Wimberly and Marcus Johnson just have terrific arms. But it makes it a lot easier with 2 outs, where now they can just go touch the bag. And he hits to the shortstop. He's going to flip it over to second, and they're going to get out of the inning out of the bases loaded jam, and they're going to hold Okeechobee scoreless. That's just terrific defense by Bartow. So we're going to go to the 6th inning, and Okeechobee is still scoreless. You're listening to the AA State Tournament on JockJive.com.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the scholarship fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Roberts & Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts & Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts & Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies.
Welcome back to Bristol, Florida, as we enter the 6th and final inning of this bracket, game 1 of the bracket play. Very important. I need to mention this. You want to stay in the winner's bracket. So if Bartow wins, they will do that. They'll stay in the winner's bracket. If Okeechobee loses, they'll go down to the loser's side. They have yet to lose. Porter Yates steps in, and Bartow wants to add to this lead. I've mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. They led 8-3 yesterday over Okeechobee, and Okeechobee came roaring back. Porter Yates fouls this one straight back. So Bartow coaches no, and I'm sure they've reminded the players that they need more. 3 runs is not enough. They know Okeechobee can come back. Porter Yates stands in there. He hits it to the second baseman, and the second baseman cannot handle it. The right center fielder tried to throw him out from his position. But Porter Yates will be aboard with we'll call it a single. That'll bring up Bryce Wimberly. Bryce Wimberly coming to the plate now. Porter Yates on first. Porter Yates on first. And Wimberly elects to bunt, but cannot get the barrel down, so it'll go foul. This is definitely a strategic decision here. The coaches want to scratch across a few more runs, letting to give up Wimberly's bat, and he hits a grounder to the shortstop. They're going to flip it to second, and they won't get Wimberly at first, but they do get the lead runner. So that's 1 out now. They get Yates at second. So Wimberly will be aboard first. So we've got 1 out now in the top of the 6th inning. Bartow leading 3-0. Wimberly on first. Brings up Marcus Johnson. He elects to show bunt, but he pulls it back quickly. Wimberly over there on first base. Quick shout out. Keep up the great work, Eli Hillary, and go Bartow. from Mimi. There's Marcus Johnson, a foul ball, and it's going to go in the Bartow bleachers. Another shout out. It says, hold on, Bartow. Sure, that was during when they had the bases loaded, Jim, and that was quite impressive when they had bases loaded with one out, and they got out of there. And Marcus Johnson, between the third base and shortstop, gets to left field, and they'll have runners on first and second now, as Marcus Johnson is aboard first base, and Bryce Wimberly's on second with one out now. Bartow's trying to increase the lead here. That'll bring up rider music for Bartow. If he's going to try to, there is a big gap over there in right center, but he elects to show bunt, but he quickly pulls it back. If they could get it out in the right center or that right field line, they would be running for a while. Again, that doesn't usually happen. That's why they're shifting the outfield toward the left field side. Rider Music has elected to watch the first two pitches. Coach is imploring him, you got to swing the bat. There are no walks here. Again, one out. Runners on first and second. And he hits that shortstop and third base hole. And they get the left fielder throws it to third, and they get Bryce Wimberly on the force at third base. So nice play by the left fielder out there to get Bryce Wimberly. So we'll have runners on first and second now with two outs. That'll bring up Griffin Kilpatrick. Marcus Johnson will be aboard second. That'll bring up Rider Music on first base. Griffin Kilpatrick's the batter. Two outs now. Two outs with runners on first and second. See if Griffin Kilpatrick can do some damage. Again, Rider Music had the base hit, but again, he threw the runner out from left field, and it's going to be a bobble by Ruben Guerrero, the shortstop, and everyone's going to be safe. So bases loaded now for Bartow. It's going to be two outs. The bases loaded. That'll bring up Tucker Mount. Tucker Mount will be the batter with bases loaded. Got Kilpatrick on first. And Tucker Mount hits it back to the pitcher. Pitcher bobbles it. And he's safe. He's safe. Marcus Johnson came home to score. So now Bartow leads 4-0 here in the top of the sixth inning. This game one of the bracket portion. And Okeechobee manager has called time. Not sure what the conversation could be. But they are having some sort of conversation. Him and home plate umpire. So they are not sure. So we will, again, just a quick game reset. The home plate umpire reinforced safe, so they were trying to appeal something. Bases loaded now, two outs. And that's going to bring up Eli Hillary. Eli Hillary now. Should be. Let me update my scorecard. Tucker Mounts on first. And Eli Hillary hits it to the shortstop. Shortstop underhands it to second. And they said yes. Yes, he did get him. So Bartow is going to leave the bases loaded. But they was able to get one more run across, as Okeechobee is going to have to score at least 4 runs to extend this game. And we'll see if they can do just that when we come back. You're listening to the AA State Tournament on JockJive.com.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player, team, and umpire specials available.
The Summer of Dixie is underway. Between now and mid-August, Jock Jive will be streaming all of this tournament, plus the AAA, Ozone, and T-Ball Florida State Dixie Youth Baseball State Tournaments in Sebring, a Dixie Baseball 15U, and Dixie Pre-Majors World Series. The AA, AAA, Ozone, and Majors World Series in Lumberton, and so much more. Catch it all right here on JockJive.com. Again, we're here in the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Okeechobee's last opportunity, as they have been held scoreless. We have not seen that yet. They have been the highest scoring team here at the state tournament in Bristol, Florida. So it's not something that we see often out of this Okeechobee team. But give Bartow the credit. They have done the job defensively. But when we come to, we should have Cody Clinton, John Richards, and Isaac Elaine. So it'll have to be the bottom of the lineup. That if Okeechobee gets it done, it'll have to be the bottom of the lineup for them. Again, the top of the lineup has had their chances. Levi Larson, E.J. McQueen, Ruben Guerrero, Jacoa Spencer, Walt Fortner. They've all had their, and they had the bases loaded. Did not get anybody in. So Cody Clanton will stand in here, and he'll look at the first pitch. So you can't feel sorry for Okeechobee. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Bartow makes the plays. And Cody Clanton hits it to the third baseman. That's Ryder Music. He fires over to first. Then, no, he came off the bag. So Cody Clanton gets things started. And here, a couple of shout-outs real quick. Hold 'em, Bartow. Let's go, Bartow. Hold 'em. So from the 863 area. So we'll have Cody Clanton aboard first with a infield hit. And that'll bring up John Richards. No outs for Okeechobee. This is the bottom of the 6th inning. John Richards is up to bat now. He's trying to do his part. Again, they're down by four. So they need some base runners. John Richards offers it that one and misses. Again, if Okeechobee were to lose, we have not seen that happen, but if they were to, it would not be over. They would just go down to the loser's bracket, and they could fight their way out. Oh, and John Richards bunts, and he misses. I thought he got that one. He's going to have 2 strikes on him. 2 strikes on him. Coach says stand back and drive it. We'll see if he does that. this should be pitch number 5. As the coach at first, he's telling him, says, John, this is pitch number 5. You got to hit it. You got to hit it. And we'll see what he does here. And he swing and a big miss. So 1 out for Okeechobee here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as they need 4 runs to at least extend this game. So that'll bring up Isaac Alanes for Okeechobee. A runner on first. We'll see what he's going to look at that first pitch. And catcher was throwing it down to second. And so we'll see what Alanes elects to do here. And Alanes watches the first pitch, and here comes the second, and he hits a foul ball down the first base line. So Alanes will have 2 pitches and 1 strike now. Again, 1 out now in the bottom of the 6th inning. We got that is Cody Clanton over there on first base. Cody Clanton on first. Alanes is standing in there. Here comes the pitch. He hits a fly ball, and that's Marcus Johnson, but he can't make the catch. But all he has to do is just go there and stand on second, because Cody Clanton was over on first because he thought he was going to catch it. But nothing Cody Clanton could do about that one. So 2 outs now. 2 outs as Marcus Johnson just went and stepped on the bag after he couldn't make the catch. So 2 outs now for we'll have Deuce Stokes. Deuce Stokes is now the batter. And we got Alanes over on first base. So still a runner on first. And Stokes is the batter. He is your 12-hole batter for Okeechobee. And they're down to their last out. He hits a fly ball. Can they get there? No, they can't. As it drops right in front of Porter Yates. Bartow's leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Okeechobee has Deuce Stokes at the bat with a runner on first. They need more base runners to mount some sort of comeback here. And Stokes elects to look at that one. So, again, just a reset here. I just want to remind everyone that the loser of this game is their tournament's not over. The winner will move on to the winner's bracket game. The loser will have to play tomorrow at 3. The winner will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow against the winner of the next game. The loser will play at 3 o'clock tomorrow. The loser of the next game. So, no matter if you win or lose, you'll still play tomorrow. If you lose, you might have to play twice tomorrow. And Stokes hits it back up the middle, and Marcus Johnson gathers it, and Bartow will win 4-0. So Bartow will move on to the winner's bracket game, handing Okeechobee their first loss of this tournament. More importantly, Okeechobee will move down to the loser's bracket game, and they'll play the loser of the Mariana Spring Hill game tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So if you're fans of Okeechobee, you'll want to tune in at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And Bartow, you want to tune in at 5 o'clock tomorrow. The next game, however, is the number 2 seed versus number 4 seed. Spring Hill American versus Mariana. That's Spring Hill American versus Mariana. That's number 2 versus number 4. Spring Hill number 2 seed, Mariana number 4 seed. And in this game, we saw the number 3 defeating the number 1 seed. Bartow defeating the 4-0 over Okeechobee. It's been my great pleasure bringing you this broadcast. Until the next game, which is scheduled for a 7 o'clock start in approximately 30 minutes, we'll be signing off. This is John Brock for Jock Jive. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Thank you, and God bless.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most